Hey guys, it's Annie. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a gold glitter holiday makeup. It's also Holiday Glam 2020 edition, if you will. This is also going to be a very affordable holiday makeup tutorial, so let's get started. For my primer, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer. This is their hydrating primer. I love this one. I've kind of been toying with the idea that primers don't really do anything. So I haven't been using one recently, and to be honest, I haven't noticed much of a difference. But I do like this one because it's hydrating, so it kind of like doubles as a moisturizer. But yeah, let me know if you guys are a primer person, and if you have like a must-have primer, I'm definitely willing to try it. Now I'm going to be mixing two foundations. So I have the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made in L30. And then I'm going to go in with, this is the Maybelline Color Stay 24 Hour in 220. Looking a little crusty. That might have been too much. That's okay. And I'm just gonna be blending this out using the Juno blending sponge. And these are really cheap. These are like $6. And I honestly feel like they work even better than the actual Beauty Blender. Although I haven't purchased a Beauty Blender in years, but this really just gives you such a great finish. For concealer, I'm gonna go in with the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer in the shade Light Nude. I need a new one of these. I'm like scraping it. But this is such a full coverage concealer, guys. If you're like a big fan of, what is that one by Tarte? Is it by Tarte, the one that's Shape Tape? If you guys are a big fan of Tarte Shape Tape, that's like super full coverage. It's amazing. This, I would say, is a pretty good dupe for it, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper. So I'm just gonna let this sit for about like 10 seconds. I learned this trick from Harush. Oh my god, she's amazing. But it actually just makes your concealer just like a slightly bit thicker. It's really weird how that works, but try it. The setting powder that I'm going to use is by Makeup Revolution. This is coconut scented baking powder. I use a lot of setting powder because I have really oily skin, so you guys don't need to go this extreme. I'm also just adding this to the sides of my nose as kind of a guide for my nose contour. I'm gonna leave this on my forehead because I have a really creasy forehead, and I'm also just gonna leave this on the sides of my nose while I finish up my contour. But we are gonna be going in with, this is the Rimmel London Stay Matte Powder in the shade Toffee. As you can see, I love this one. It's just super pigmented, and I like that it just brings some warmth to your face, but it doesn't have a sparkle to it, so it doesn't look unnatural. And this brush, by the way, that I'm using for my cheek contour, this is the My Melody Ikurami brush by Wet n Wild. This is perfect to get in there and chisel out your bone structure. Then I like to use the bigger side just to blend it out a little bit, so it's not as harsh of a line. I'm gonna sharpen up my chin here, get rid of this double chin. Are you guys still doing your holiday parties this year? I know for us, we typically go to Maryland because a lot of Ruben's family lives in Maryland. So we go and visit, and there's normally like a big party there, but they're not having it this year, which kind of sucks. I always look forward to that every year. This year is just the worst. For my nose, I still don't have this down completely. I feel like I'm always changing it because I don't know what's wrong with my nose. I just cannot contour it right. And I went to a doctor and they said that because I was looking at getting filler injected in my nose, blah, 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 whatever. But he had said that one of the sides of my nose is, what's it called? Like deviated. And I can't remember which side he said, but I can't see it when I'm looking at it. So I don't know. So maybe that's why it's so hard for me to contour it and have it be even on both sides. But I've been finding that when I just contour the tip and then I contour up here, it kind of gives the illusion that the whole thing is contoured. Or I might just look back at these videos later and be like, what the hell was that? But yeah, so I typically just take a line from my eyebrow and just kind of chisel it in. I have a pretty thin nose for the most part. I just have like more of a bulbous tip. That's why it helps just to contour that part there. But I do bring it in thinner here. Like I said, just to give that illusion that the whole nose is super thin. Well, not super thin, you know what I mean. I also go right underneath my bottom lip here. This just gives you more of like a pouty look. It makes your bottom lip look a little bit bigger. Just gonna wipe off these crusty lips. Right, now I'm just gonna dust away the sides of my nose here. And it's gonna look a little crazy until we add a little bit of warmth to it. So I'm just taking those top lines there and just dragging down slightly. Okay, so one thing led to the next and I wound up fully contouring my nose, so you can just ignore that entire thing because I'm sure it looks wonky. It always looks wonky. And we're moving on. For blush, I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop Catch My Vibe. I love this blush. It's just such a good like kiss of color. And I also go right under my nose here, which this is definitely a trend as well. But I like it for this too, especially like, I don't know, it's almost like that little like, not frostbitten, but like, I don't know, like chilly kind of winter redness. What? Now, you guys are probably like, why is she doing blush and highlighter right now? Because I feel like people normally do that last, but I like to do my whole base first and it just gets me excited to do the eyes. Is anyone else like that? But anyway, I'm trying to open this. I'm gonna go in with the Maven Beauty Dripped Out Highlighter. I'm just adding this to the tip of my nose, the bridge, high points of my cheekbones. Oh, look at this highlighter. The thing that I love about this one is you can still make it look really, really natural, or you can go really heavy and look like the Tin Man. But it just can give you such a beautiful glow. And it's cheap too. I guess I shouldn't say cheap, but it's definitely reasonable. This is Fashion Nova's new makeup brand. Right, I'm just gonna dust away this forehead bake. I'm just gonna warm this up real quick around the edges, then we'll do the eyebrows, and then we'll move on to the eyes. For the eyebrows, don't kill me, but I'm gonna go in with, this is the Benefit Precisely My Brow. This obviously isn't drugstore or affordable. Well, yeah, it's not, I wouldn't consider it affordable because it's not like a drugstore kind of brand. But I ran out of, I always use the NYX Fill and Fluff. That's a really, really good one. But they also, NYX has a pencil that's very similar to this one too. I can't remember what it's called, but I used all of those up. So I'm using this one today. But I do love the Benefit brow pencils. I go through these like crazy. Really any brow pencil that has a really fine tip like this, if you do makeup all the time, they go so quickly. For my brows, I like to focus the color primarily on the ends. And then the middle here, I just go in with a lighter eyeshadow. This just gives you a little bit more of a friendly vibe, especially if you have a resting bitch face like me. It's an easy way to soften it, but also you still look pretty put together. So I'm just gonna lightly fill in the front here. I'm using a super light hand. If you guys don't want to use eyeshadow in the front of your brows, and you just want to use one product, this is a good way to do it. It just eases into that dark color while also not coming off too aggressive. Alright guys, let's move on to the eyeshadow look. So I'm going to be using, I can't tell if this is the Cream or the Creme Shop, but this is ironically a Halloween palette. This is Sup Witch. And actually, let me just show you guys what colors I'm going to be going in with. So I'm going to be going in with Spell, Occult, and Broomstick. I'm going to be using the shade Spell in my crease here. Also just going to do this on the outer corner of my eye. Right, I'm just going to do the other eye real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the inner corners of my eye using that same concealer that we were using, because this is where we're gonna be putting the glitter. And just so that this doesn't crease, I'm gonna go in with that Broomstick shade. Just go right on top of it. Then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Alright, now that these are cut and they have the eyeshadow on top of it, we're gonna go in with Occult. So that is the Sparkle. I'm so excited to use this. This is such an amazing shade. Look at it on my fingertip. Ugh. Ew, look how crusty my nails look. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, also this brush, guys, I don't even know if this is made for eyeshadow. This is like a silicone tip brush, but this kind of works. This works the same way that your fingertips do with grabbing pigment. So this is great when you have long nails and you can't get into that crease area there. But this also just picks up product so efficiently. The thing that I like about this glitter as well is that it's a pressed glitter, so it's staying on its own. You don't have to apply any glue and then loose glitter. Loose glitter just gets everywhere, no matter how precise you are in putting it on. Throughout the day, it will always fall. That's just kind of the name of the game with glitter. I mean, it looks really cool, but it just winds up getting in your eye. This does not, it stays put. It's just beautiful. And it gives such a full coverage effect, whereas glitter, I feel like you have to keep building it up. But this is definitely a no slip eye glitter. I'm gonna take that same reddish shade, that Spell shade, and go right underneath my eye here. All right, I'm also gonna dip into that dark magic shade, which is just black. And I'm just gonna slightly darken up the ends here, like underneath my eye. Should I darken up the outer corners too? I wonder if I should go into the shade Hex, which is a little darker and a little bit more on like the fuchsia kind of side. Or not really fuchsia, it's like more of like a cranberry. Ooh yeah, I like that. All right, now for my waterline, I am gonna go in with, this one is by Revlon. This is So Fierce. What's the actual color? Oh, Righteous Rum. Oh, such a beautiful shade. Moving on to eyeliner, I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Liquid Liner in Ultra Black. And I'm just gonna line the whole top of my eye and then turn it into like a slight wing. Alright, the liner is done. I went a little bit heavier on the wing than I expected to, but I don't hate it. Now I'm gonna go in with mascara. And it doesn't really matter what mascara you use because we're gonna be using some lashes, some fake lashes. So you just wanna do the top and the bottom lashes. Okay, so for lashes, I'm gonna go in with the WSP lashes by Amoras. These are super, super, super cheap. I get these in bulk on Amazon. I think I get like, just like a pack of 6 of them for like 12 bucks. They're just the most amazing wispy lashes. And you can either make them look really natural or you can just chunk them up with mascara, make them look a little bit more dramatic. But I'm just peeling the lash glue off of these because this is my like 3rd time wearing this pair. And I'm gonna be using the Duo Lash Glue in the dark shade. I love the dark because it just blends in seamlessly with your eyeliner. I don't know how anyone can use the white one. Like I know that it dries down clear, but I don't know, I've just never liked it. So I'm just gonna let this glue dry down for about a minute and then I'm gonna pop these guys on. Do you guys see what I mean about these lashes though? They're just literally perfect. And they're nice and long without being like too crazy. And there's just space in between so that you can still see the eye look. Okay, let's move on to the lips. So for my lip liner, I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Hot Cakes. And I'm just gonna outline my lips off camera because I'm telling you guys, I take forever doing this step because I don't know what it is. Once I start with the lip liner, it's like I take an hour to do it. Like I realize, oh, this side needs to come up a little bit higher. Oh, this side. Like I think my lips are just really crooked. I think that's my consensus. But yeah, I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm probably gonna change this again once I put the lipstick on. But we're gonna be going in with, this is the shade Spotlight Red. And this is Wet n Wild's new lipstick, new matte lipstick. So Mega Last. Oh. Let me show you guys. Oh wow, that lip liner like matched perfectly with this. For my brows, I'm actually just gonna spray some hairspray in my hand and dip my little spoolie in there and just go through my brows. I just find that this is the best way to set my brows. This isn't even just for the video, for like an affordable glam look. This is just what I typically do. There is a, I don't know if I've ever used a drugstore brand that actually worked for setting your brows, but the Anastasia Beverly Hills clear brow gel works really well. But anyway, this is a really cheap way to do it. Right, I forgot to add a little bit of sparkle underneath the brow. So I'm going in with that same highlighter shade and just popping these out. I really need to pluck my brow hairs, so you can see that a little bit. I think I'm gonna pluck that one guy out. He's looking real bad. But I'll do that when I go and do my hair real quick. But I think we're good. Okay, so I'm gonna do my hair off camera real quick and I'll be back. All right guys, now I'm just going to set my face using the Milani Make It Last. So besides the wonky nose contour, what do you guys think of the look? I'm really proud of this eye look. I would definitely wear this for the holidays. And I feel like a nice pair of gold earrings, it's just like, it just ties it all together. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this gold glitter holiday makeup in the comments down below. I've been wanting to make an affordable holiday makeup tutorial for a little bit now, so I finally got to it. Give this video a like, that really helps me out, and make sure to subscribe if you guys want to see more videos from me. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Why do I keep moving my arms like that?